ever had those moments where you sometimes just look at a weapon or incantation or spell or even weapon art and you're like, man, this weapon art or other things I mentioned is so cool, but I don't know if it is possible to make it work. So I had this for this Messmer orb incantation where I tried a bunch of things and it just didn't really work because of the startup is quite weird. It has no hyper armor until I checked out different options with it. So I landed with this build, which, okay, I'll be very honest, the stats, the talisman is not optimal. I think you can make this more optimal, but the goal here is to achieve 60 faith, so you're able to do the Messmer orb, 40 dex, so you can combine it with the Radigan icon for max cast speed, and then just some poise, because poise is unfortunately very important, and a weapon that can do giant hunt. And also the reason why I chose a claymore, pretty much every single attack will make you roll catch with giant hunt. So more on this later, but first about this incantation, which is Messmer orb. Some things I didn't know until I really tried to make this incantation work is that this dunk animation, you see how he slams the floor at the end? That dunk has a pretty big hitbox. And the hitbox on it will true combo into the explosion. This is something I didn't know. I only thought that the explosion was the actual hitbox. But the dunk itself isn't hitboxing that true combos into the explosion. Very good to know. The reason being is that now I have an option that gives me enough time to run up, right? Just run up after the giant hunt. Just run up a little bit and do the incantation. And that makes it that if they roll after the knockdown, after a knockdown, if you roll once, that is completely iframes. You cannot roll catch that roll. That roll has pure iframes, okay? But afterwards, if they roll again as a panic roll, that is just your regular roll. But what makes this setup cool is that this will catch a lot of panic roll timings. Even if you delay your roll, even if you instantly roll, this hitbox hits extremely meaty. And I did not know that the hitbox on the dunk is so meaty. So, okay, a little bit of a side tangent. What does meaty mean? It is a fighting game terminology where something has so many active frames that you do not only need to hit him on the first active frames. No, you can hit him on the second, third, fourth, or even fifth active frame. This dunk has a lot of active frames. So what that means is, even if they panic roll, the dunk hits on like the second to third frame. If they delay the roll, it will still hit at the fifth or sixth frame. So it is extremely consistent to go for the giant hunt and go for the Messmer orb afterwards. After the dunk, you can go for set play. Like, I did Messmer orb afterwards, or Messmer, I'm not even sure what it's called, but the seeking projectile for set play, you can just chase down and rush down. But I'll be very honest, I've landed a couple of times, and any swing, again, R2, R1, back hop R1, running R1, running R2, into giant hunt, first of all, is a roll catch, okay? Second of all, it beats mashy opponents because this has hyper armor. And afterwards, hitting the orb or hitting the dunk, it pretty much killed them. So yeah, again, I am very happy that I finally made this incantation work. It is just one of those things where I'm like, it is too cool to skip, and I'm glad that I found a way to make it work. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of explanation, and I'll see you guys in the next one.